In the Western system, however, is based on the period of when Saturn returns to where he was at the moment of your birth, where he was. And which is 27 to 31 years, depending on the individual, because it's an elliptical orbit. It kind of varies, but it doesn't matter. You're going to feel his influences when he's close and even some after. And in my personal experience, because my big change in my life happened when I was 28, which is right smack in the middle of that, right at 2012, oddly, when we were supposed to be switching ages. That's when it happened for me. And it's very accurate. And I know other individuals, quite a few other ones, that during that same span of ages have had major things happen in their life. So I've had a lot of personal experience and observation that shows it to be true. And that's why I follow the Western or tropical system. During this time, whether you want to go by Sati Sati or just your Saturn return where he was, life can get really rough during that time in an individual's life. And if you live into your 90s, you're going to get three of them: 27 to 31, 56 to 60, and 84 to 90. And how bad or good the experiences are that occur to you during that time are going to be determined by your efforts as an individual to really understand yourself. Learn what lessons you need to learn, what karmas you need to work out, not just past karmas or even past life karmas or inherited traumas or ones you even created during this lifetime. And then not only working those out, but discovering your fundamental nature and purpose on this earth, because that's what Saturn wants. And that's generally taught, sadly, through catharsis or through crisis, because those lessons tend to stick with us. Most of us won't learn if life is really easy. It's just human nature. We'll kick back and be like, man, life's good, and just chill. I know if what happened to me didn't happen to me in my life, I probably would have been like that. And honestly, figuring these things out can be lifelong processes. And Saturn can make lessons last a really long time. They're repeating patterns too, So when Saturn makes his return in your life during those epochs, hopefully the time before that was used wisely. And when we're young, it's almost never used wisely. So our first one is generally the worst one. And he really generally, in natal charts, when Saturn's heavily influenced, he'll generally delay things to probably, like Jung said, 36. Lay down, Jenkins. Generally to around 36. He'll generally kind of let off of in late 30s, early 40s. You really kind of start, his influence really kind of starts lessening, right? And you can, and you're, mainly because you're mature, and plus Saturn rules old age, so the effects won't be as much. It's generally that first one that really gets a lot of people. It even kills some people, right? You hear a lot of like celebrities that die around 27, 28. That's because Saturn took them. But hopefully you use the time before those, wisely, and work on those purposes and your own fundamental nature and your self-growth, and really connecting with your unconscious aspect of yourself, which Saturn is speaking through. Because if not, you're generally going to have upheaval and conflict. It's just the way it works. The kind of conflict and upheaval that's necessary to make you change and to grow. That's just the way it works.